I love movies like this so much. Hi everyone. This is why we go to the movies. Hi everyone. It's me, Grant, the movie and TV guy. Welcome to Raised on Popcorn with Grant, everybody. Today we are talking about a movie. Sorry it's late. I got caught up on the phone with a friend for a little while. Sorry about that. I still gotta watch the Mars vs. Maisel finale, and I'm gonna try to do it tonight. So, we won't be, I don't think we will be long with this one. But anyway, we have a review of a movie. Movies and TVs that we do here, and that movie is You Hurt My Feelings. You Hurt My Feelings is written and directed by Nicole Holofcener. I hope I am saying that name correctly. I'm a big fan of your work. Among her previous works include films like Please Give and Enough Said. She also co-wrote The Last Duel, and these movies are all movies I've loved. And so this movie is sort of, in a weird sort of way, a spiritual sequel of sorts to Enough Said. It stars Julia Louis-Dreyfus as Beth. She is a writer who her memoir sold pretty well. Her novel is bouncing from publisher to publisher. She is married to a therapist named Dawn, played by Tobias Menzies. I hope I'm saying the name correctly. Who has sort of the luster of being a psychiatrist has kind of fallen by the wayside. He's starting to even just forget the various issues from patient to patient, and is dealing with clearly very comically overwrought people, such as a couple played by real life couple David Cross and Amber Tamblyn in an extended cameo, who is basically playing couples that everybody knows. And they have a son who is in a relationship and is himself, he works at a weed dispensary and is also struggling to be a writer. The inciting incident occurs when, while trying to surprise him at a sock store of all places, Beth overhears Dawn admitting to his brother-in-law that he doesn't actually like the book. And from there, Beth begins to question everything, and it leads to a lot of really thoughtful dialogue. It's almost all dialogue about sort of the little things we tell each other to encourage one another. And will their relationship survive, or was this an unthinkable insult? Let the very, very thoughtful laughs and drama begin. So, You Hurt My Feelings. When I describe that plot, it sounds about as riveting as bread. But the key to this movie is Nicole Holofcener. She is such a master of dialogue here. And the reason I say this is sort of a spiritual successor is, like Enough Said, which I loved. It was on my best of list in 2013. One, it has Julie Louis-Dreyfus in it. And two, the plot is kicked in on someone hearing something they shouldn't have, and it kind of toppling on them. That's basically this movie. This movie is also an A24 film. What I loved about this movie, and this is one of my very favorite movies of the year so far. What I loved about You Hurt My Feelings is, and I adored this movie, is it really is a movie about sort of those little things we sort of tell people we love to encourage them. There's a scene that maybe isn't entirely honest. There's a scene where she's discussing it with her husband, and he says in the lines of, "I was just trying to be encouraging," and she goes, "No, what does she say?" She says, you were insulting," something like, I can't think of the line, but it's really good, where she says something along the lines of, like, "You were being insulting by being encouraging," or something like that. It's like, it's fake encouragement, essentially. And that also begins to sort of pinball into other people in their circle, including their son, who is sort of, has basically seems to, kind of calls them to the carpet about basically overcorrecting for the sort of verbally abusive life of the mom as a child, by basically telling him he can do anything and not being able to admit, like, when things he does aren't that great, so that he grows up basically afraid of negative criticism. And there's a really great scene where he kind of breaks that down for them. There's another element, which is Julie Louis-Dreyfus' sister, played by the always terrific Michaela Watkins, and her relationship with her husband, who's an actor who kind of is sort of a B-level actor, and there's sort of that dynamic is there as well. I really loved this movie. I thought this movie was really honest, really funny, really sharp, really well observed, and there's sort of a key scene in it where they're at the mother's house, and this was pointed out in the AV Club's review, and I praise them for doing so, about there's a sort of a quotidian little argument between Julia Louis-Dreyfus and Michaela Watkins and the actress playing their mother, who they're trying to take like leftover potato salad, and despite having cabinets full of Tupperware, she keeps insisting that they wrap it in tinfoil, and it becomes like a thing about the month, like don't be the crazy lady, like so it's very funny, and it's very, you know, it's those little things, little bits of realistic human behavior that movies just kind of don't have, and that her movies really do. I adored this movie. I thought this movie was great. It goes without saying that Julia Louis-Dreyfus is amazing. She always is. Tobias Menzies, who he looked familiar. I've never really seen him in this prominent a role though before. He's great. He's really good. Again, Michaela Watkins, very, very good. Some nice bit parts again, like from Amber Tamlin and David Cross, who are just who are very, very funny. This is a great movie, and look, it's an indie movie. It is almost all dialogue. It's not a movie that's really about a lot of plot. It's a movie about a lot of conversation. But the conversations are riveting, you guys. They're really sharp and really funny. I love this movie. I think this is one of the very best movies of the year. And I'm going to give it, You Hurt My Feelings. Yeah, you see it, bang, 5 out of 5 stars plus. This is one of the very best movies of the year. I can't wait to see this movie again. It's also only 90 minutes. So it doesn't also overstay its welcome. Love this movie. So yeah, 5 out of 5 stars plus for You Hurt My Feelings. Let's close the book on it. Trailer trash. Let's talk some trailer trash. Let's see. Theater Camp. Now, full disclosure, I actually have seen this movie already. I saw it in January at Virtual Sundance. The review will come out when it comes out in July, but I can tell you for a fact it's very good, because I've seen it. But yeah, the trailer actually did a really good job of illustrating how good it was. But yeah, Theater Camp, look out for it. We'll be reviewing it, and I'm going to see it again when it's in theaters before I review it. But I have seen it. I have seen it at Sundance. Very, very funny, very good movie. You guys won't know what hit you. You're gonna really love it. No Hard Feelings. Talked about it, looks good. Mending the Line. The only thing I know about this movie is that a fellow sort of friend and fellow film critic of mine, Jackie K. Cooper, loved it. So that's good enough for me. I'll have to check it out. And Brian Cox is in it. Strays, talked about, looks good. Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1. Newer trailer, talked about, looks good. Problemista. This looked really, really interesting. Tilda Swinton's in it. Very, very surreal looking and very fun. Another A24 film. And then Past Lives. Talked about it, looks good. And was there shawarma? No, there was not. Alright, we will be back tomorrow for a live review, me and my buddy Austin, of the Bert Kreischer action comedy The Machine. Saturday we'll have back reviews of Kandahar and About My Father. Monday's Reality. Wednesday is Shin Kamen Rider. Thursday is Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse and The Boogeyman. That'll all be next time. And until next time, I'm Greg the Movie and TV Guy. I see it all. I'm happy to share it with you. I love you all. I appreciate you all. I love Close Smith. I love you 3000. Be kind to one another. If you like this video, give it a like if you want to. Give it a subscribe if you want to. Give it the bell. I don't know what it does. That's supposed to do. Or so I've been told. Leave a comment, even if it's, hey Grant, I like waffles. It really helps out. If you want to find me elsewhere, reviews, listen, other fun stuff, you can check me out on letterboxd.com at RaisinPopGrantGrant. Twitter at RaiseGrant. You can find me on Facebook, Raisin Popcorn with Grant. Serialized, all one word, all lowercase, Raised on Popcorn. Instagram at Raisin Popcorn with Grant. Check out my podcast, Raisin Popcorn with Grant, the podcast on Spotify and Anchor. Some of you already have, even if you haven't, take care of yourself, take care of your mental health. It's incredibly important. I want to know down below, what did you think of You Hurt My Feelings? Did you like the movie? Did you hate the movie? Do you think my opinion's good? Think I'm full of shit? Comment below, let me know. And until we meet again, we were all raised on popcorn. Make mine with extra butter. I'll catch you guys next time. Take care, everyone. See you tomorrow. Have a good night, everybody. Bye.